A few weeks ago, India's COVID crisis was a huge story here. It was a tragedy unfolding on live television across the globe, including across America, including on this show. And then, sadly, as is often the case, we all just moved on. But India did not. Just last week, India broke a tragic record, reporting more coronavirus deaths in a single day than any other country at any time during the pandemic. According to their health ministry, over 4,500 people died in just 24 hours. The average number of new infections has dropped nearly 40% since the beginning of May. That's definitely a bright spot, but the number of reported deaths has remained relatively steady. To make matters worse, overwhelmed hospitals and testing shortages have cast doubt on the country's reported data. In fact, evidence suggests that the official COVID figures in India grossly underestimate the true scale of the pandemic there. According to new analysis by the New York Times, the real death toll could be 13 times higher than official counts. That would mean over 4 million total deaths and potentially 40,000 deaths per day. Per day. These statistics are absolutely staggering. But their impact is truly underscored when paired with the horrific imagery that we continue to see coming out of India every day. Makeshift crematoriums are still being built to accommodate the overwhelming number of dead bodies. And this crisis has been woefully mismanaged, Trump-style, by right-wing Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who claimed to have contained corona effectively, quote-unquote, back in January. In January! Now the Prime Minister is facing harsh criticism over his pandemic response. Even some once loyal supporters have begun to question the crowded rallies Modi held just months ago. And many are shocked that only 3% of India's population has been vaccinated. A month ago, the US attempted to help fill this leadership void by sending $100 million worth of aid and pledging to share millions of doses of the AstraZeneca COVID vaccine by June. But now, weeks later, just days away from June the 1st, we have yet to hear exactly how many vaccines will be going to India or exactly when they will be sent by the Biden administration. And it's unclear what aid, if any, has been shipped since that initial 6-plane supply last month. In the midst of this unprecedented humanitarian crisis, I find myself asking, shouldn't we, America, shouldn't the rest of the world be doing more to help the second biggest population on Earth as it endures perhaps the worst public health crisis on Earth?